Welcome back students, a brand new lecture on computer fundamental. And here in this lecture we discuss the basics of computer software. A computer is a dumb machine and it has to be given instruction for every task. The instruction for performing the particular task are given in form of program. A set of program a set of one or more program to do the task is called software. In other words, we can say that a software is a collection of computer program and related data that provide the instruction for telling the computer what to do and how to do. A software is an interface between user and computer. It is a set of instruction program that is used to give computer the types of software. Here we have two types of software. The first one is system software and the second one is application software. We can say that computer is a dumb machine and it only understand the instruction that is given by the user in form of program. A program is a step-by-step instruction given to the computer to solve the particular program, and the combination of the program is called software. Here in this diagram, we divided the system software and application software into further two parts. The system software is a system management program, the operating system, device driver, system utility. And the second is developing software like programming, translators, linkers and loader. In same side, application software also divided into two parts. The first one is general purpose software and the second is specific purpose software. The first one is system software. A system software consists of program that control and maintain the operation of computer and its devices. System software serve as an interface between user, the application software and the computer hardware. Depending on the functionality, the system software can be further divided into two categories. The first one is system management and the second one is developing software. In first one, the system management, basically it is include an integrated system program which manage the operations of processor, control input output, manager for storage unit and resources, and provide various support services. Some common examples of system management programs are operating system, device drivers, and system utilities. Here the first one is operating system. It consists of program which control, coordinate, and supervise the activities of computer system. Its function is to provide link between the computer hardware and user. It performs all the internal management function like disk management, memory management, task scheduling, and user interfacing. It provides an environment to run the various programs like MS-DOS, Linux, Windows, etc. The operating system performs the following function. It recognizes input from keyboard, send output to the display unit. It ensures that the program running at the same time do not interfere with each other. It is responsible for security to ensure that unauthorized user does not access the system. It is also responsible for disk management, memory management and task scheduling. Here we can say that the operating system is an interface between यूजर एंड हार्डवेयर. बेसिकली हम जो भी इनपुट देते हैं, हमारे इनपुट एक जनरल इंग्लिश फॉर्म में होते हैं लेकिन कंप्यूटर को तो बाइनरी समझ आती है. तो ये काम मेरे ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम का है कि उस लैंग्वेज को कंप्यूटर रीडेबल फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट करना. देन प्रोसेसिंग होती है, प्रोसेसिंग उसकी बाइनरी फॉर्म में होती है. देन उस आउटपुट को यूजर को फिर से दिखाना एक ह्यूमन रीडेबल फॉर्म में. तो वो काम किसका है? मेरे ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम का है. दूसरा, इट आल्सो इंश्योर दैट कि मल्टीपल प्रोग्राम जो है आपस में एक दूसरे के साथ जो है इंटरफेयर ना करें दूसरे के काम में. इट आल्सो इंश्योरिंग द सिक्योरिटी वेदर द यूजर इज ऑथराइज और नॉट. इट इज़ अ रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम टू इंश्योर दैट द ओनली ऑथराइज यूजर कैन access the system. It also responsible for disk management, memory management and other management tasks. Here in second, device driver. Device driver are basically the software of the hardware. A software which is written with the objective to make device functional when it is connected to the computer is called device driver. It is an system software that act like an interface between device and the user. Every device, whether it is printer, monitor, mouse, keyboard, has a driver program associated with it for its proper functioning. Like device driver are not an independent program. They are assisted by the operating system for proper functioning. Device driver are a set of instructions that introduce our PC to the new hardware. Basically क्या है, device driver are the software for the hardware. Any software which we attach with the computer, it need a software. Any hardware that we attach with the computer, it need a software, and these software are predefined pre-installed in our operating system. ये सारे के सारे सॉफ्टवेयर हमारे पास जो सिस्टम में इंस्टॉल होते हैं, like we connect the keyboard. A keyboard need a software, but this software we cannot install that software. The operating system that is installed in our computer already have the software of keyboard. सो दैट जैसे ही हम कंप्यूटर के साथ कीबोर्ड अटैच करते हैं, वो अपने आप उसका क्या समझ आता है, उसके सॉफ्टवेयर को रीड कर लेता है और उसे समझ जाता है. द सेकेंड वन इज सिस्टम यूटिलिटी. दिस प्रोग्राम perform tasks related to maintenance of computer system. These are the packages which are loaded into computer during time of installation of operating system. They are used to support, enhance, expand and secure existing program and data in the computer. Basically, system utilities are those programs which enhance the utility and or a performance of the system by their various programs like disk management, disk fragmentation, disk compression, etc. Here we have a disk fragmentation. It detects the computer file whose contents are broken across several locations on the hard disk and move to the fragment to the one location to increase efficiency. It can be used to rearrange file and unused space on your hard disk. बेसिकली होता क्या है, जब भी हम किसी सॉफ्टवेयर को या कोई भी एप्लीकेशन या कोई फाइल अपने कंप्यूटर में सेव करते हैं, तो हमें लोकेशन थोड़ी पता होती है, वो कहीं भी जाके सेव हो सकता है, तो वो अलग अलग जगह पे जाके सेव होता है. तो डिस्क फ्रेगमेंटेशन का काम है कि खाली स्पेस को अलग करना है और भरा हुआ स्पेस अलग करना है, जिससे मेरा क्या होता है, सिस्टम की परफॉर्मेंस क्या होती है, इन्हेंस होती है, परफॉर्मेंस इंप्रूव होती है. बैकअप यूटिलिटी. इट मेक ए कॉपी ऑफ ऑल इंफॉर्मेशन स्टोर इन डिस्क and restore either the entire disk and selected file. The next is disk cleaner. It is used to find files that have not been used for a long time. This utility also serves to increase the speed of slow computer. बेसिकली क्या, कुछ फाइल्स ऐसी होती है जो हमने काफ़ी टाइम से यूज ही नहीं की होती हैं, तो क्लीनर क्या करता है, उन फाइल्स को क्लीन कर देता है. लाइक वी हैव ए टेम्परेरी फाइल, वी हैव ए जंक फाइल्स एक्सेट्रा. नाउ वी हैव ए एंटीवायरस. इट इज़ ए यूटिलिटी which is used to scan the computer for virus and prevent the computer system from being corrupted. Antivirus, we all know that about antivirus. Now the next one is developing software. It is a software which provides service required for developing and execution of application software. The programming language, the language translator, linker, loaders are required for a application software development. Basically हम बोल सकते हैं कि if we want to develop a software, we need a programming language, we need a translator, we need a linker or loader for developing a software. The first one is programming language. Programming language is a primary interface of programmer with the computer. A programming language is an artificial language to express computation that can be performed by the computer. Each language has its own syntax, that is a set of rules and expressed for the logic step ऑफ एन एल्गोरिदम. प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज आर डिवाइडेड इनटू टू कैटेगरी. बेसिकली होता है कि कंप्यूटर के साथ अगर मैंने काम करना है, तो कंप्यूटर तो प्रोग्राम समझता है ना, कंप्यूटर तो सॉफ्टवेयर समझता है. सॉफ्टवेयर को लिखने के लिए मुझे कोई ना कोई प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज चाहिए होती है, और प्रोग्राम्स लिखने होते हैं. तो प्रोग्राम्स क्या है मेरे पास, स्टेप बाय स्टेप इंस्ट्रक्शन टू सॉल्व द प्रोग्राम. उन इंस्ट्रक्शन को लिखने के लिए मुझे कोई ना कोई लैंग्वेज चाहिए, और उसी लैंग्वेज को हम क्या बोलते हैं, प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज. The programming language is further divided into two parts. The first is low level language and the second is high level language. In low level language, computer can only understand in form of machine language. Like we have a machine language. It is something referred as a machine code or object code. It is a collection of binary digit or bit that computer read and interpret it. The second one is assembly language. It is used to interface with computer hardware. It is used to instruct command as a substitution of number, allowing human to read the code more easily than binary. It is used English like representation of program. बेसिकली होता क्या, मशीन लैंग्वेज में क्या था, जो भी सारा काम होता है बाइनरी डिजिट में दिया जाता है, 0 और 1 की फॉर्म में. तो ये चीज़ जो ह्यूमन के लिए बहुत मुश्किल थी. तो देन इस ड्रॉबैक को दूर करने के लिए हमारे पास एक नई लैंग्वेज आई, जिसका नाम हमने रखा असेंबली लैंग्वेज. लाइक इसका काम क्या है, जो भी मेरे पास इंस्ट्रक्शंस मैंने कमांड्स की देनी है उन इंस्ट्रक्शंस को क्या करता था वो सिंपल इंग्लिश में लिखता था, यानी वो क्या करता था जो मैं पहले 0 और 1 के फॉर्म में नंबर देता था उनका सब्स्टिट्यूट के रूप में मैंने उसे यूज़ किया। प्लेन इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज यूज़ करता था जिन नंबर्स को पहले हम 0 1 में लिखते थे अब उन्हें मैं किस में लिखने लगा, प्लेन इंग्लिश में। और उस चीज़ को हमने बोला निमोनिक्स कोड। लाइक अगर मैंने मूव करने की इस चीज़ को मैं यूज़ करूँगा MOV, मैंने किसी चीज़ को ऐड करने में लिखूँगा ADD। द नेक्स्ट पर द बोथ मशीन लेवल लैंग्वेज एंड द असेंबली लैंग्वेज आर मशीन डिपेंडेंट। मशीन डिपेंडेंट मीन कि जिस मशीन पे मैंने कोड लिखा है इट वर्क ऑन ओनली ऑन दैट मशीन। अगर मुझे दोबारा कहीं और उस कोड को लेके जाना है तो वी नीड टू राइट अगेन दैट एंटायर कोड। देन द सेकंड वन इज हाई लेवल लैंग्वेज। It is a machine independent language and use translator. It is also called source code. Some common used high level language are Basic, Fortran, Pascal and C. Like in the previous two, machine and assembly, we have a drawback of machine dependency, but in high level language we have the concept of machine independent, in which we write the code on one machine, we copy the code and copy the same code and run it on the other machine. There is no machine dependent in high level language. बेसिकली हुआ क्या, हाई लेवल लैंग्वेज में हमने क्या किया, प्योर इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज यूज़ करना शुरू कर दी, जिसकी वजह से क्या हुआ, यूज़र को बहुत फ़ायदा हुआ, यूज़र को पूरी की पूरी लैंग्वेज जो थी समझ आने लग पड़ी। लेकिन इन केस ऑफ मशीन, तो मशीन को प्लेन इंग्लिश समझ नहीं आती थी, सो दैट वी नीड ए ट्रांसलेटर, लैंग्वेज ट्रांसलेटर। अ लैंग्वेज ट्रांसलेटर हेल्प in converting program language into machine language. The translate program is called source code. We have a three translator. The first in assembler, then compiler, then interpreter. The first is assembler. It is used to convert the assembly language into machine language. Basically, it converts the mnemonics code into binary code. The second one is compiler. It is used to convert the high level language to machine level language. The compiler read the whole code at the time, trap the error and inform the computer programmer. For each high level language, machine require a separate compiler. The interpreter process the convert high level language to machine level language by converting line by line. If there is any error in any line during execution, it will report it to same time and cannot resume until the error is re-edited or rectified. बेसिकली होता क्या था, असेंबलर का काम था जो भी मैंने निमोनिक्स कोड थे उनको 0 और 1 में कन्वर्ट करना, लेकिन कंपाइलर का काम था मेरे पास हाई लेवल लैंग्वेज के कोड को मशीन लेवल के लैंग्वेज में कन्वर्ट करना। इट आल्सो सेम एज इंटरप्रेटर, लेकिन दोनों में फ़र्क क्या था, कंपाइलर क्या करता था पूरे के पूरे कोड को रीड करता था, देन इट सेंड टू द प्रोग्रामर। अगर कोई एरर थी तो बाद में उसे एडिट करने के लिए वो बोलता था। लेकिन इंटरप्रेटर के केस में क्या था, वो क्या करता था लाइन बाय लाइन काम करता था। अगर उसे कोई भी एरर मिलती है तो प्रोग्राम के एग्जीक्यूशन रोक देता था और एरर को ठीक करने के लिए मुझे बोलता था। देन वी हैव ए लोडर। लोडर इज काइंड ऑफ सिस्टम सॉफ्टवेयर which is responsible for loading and reallocating the execution of program in the main memory. It is a part of operating system that bring an executable file residing on the disk into memory and start its execution process. बेसिकली इसका काम क्या था, मेमोरी में प्रोग्राम को लोड करना, एलोकेट करना, ताकि उसे मैं क्या कर सकूं, एग्जीक्यूट कर सकूं। द सेकंड इज लिंकर। अ लिंकर इज अ सिस्टम प्रोग्राम दैट लिंक टुगेदर several objects, modules, library to single प्रोग्राम। बेसिकली क्या था, जब भी मैं कोई प्रोग्राम लिखता हूँ तो मुझे मल्टीपल फाइल्स इकट्ठी चलानी होती हैं, तो लिंकर का यही काम है कि वो उन फाइल्स को क्या करता था, आपस में लिंक करता था। Then our second types of software is application software. The application software designed for specific purpose such as MS Word, word processor, spreadsheet program, payroll system, library management system. To write application software program does not need to control the basic circuit of computer. Basically, application software are those software that are designed for specific purpose. Like if we want to edit a photo, we need a Photoshop. If we want to write a document, we need a word processor. If we want to calculate the data, analyze the data, we need a spreadsheet program. बेसिकली इस प्रोग्राम में क्या होता है, प्रोग्रामर को कंप्यूटर के इंटरनल हार्डवेयर के साथ डील करने की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं होती, कोई लिंक ही नहीं होता है उसके साथ, क्योंकि उसने एक प्रोग्राम के साथ काम करना होता है, ना कि उसने सिस्टम सॉफ्टवेयर के साथ काम करना होता है। Now we have two types of application software. The first one is general purpose software and the second is specific purpose software. The general purpose softwares are perform general tasks, like if we want to edit the photo, we need Photoshop. If we want to create a new document, editing a document, viewing a document, storing and printing the document, we need a word processor software. And some of the most famous word processor software are MS Word, WordStar. Now we have a spreadsheet program. A spreadsheet software is a numerical data analysis tool. A spreadsheet which is used to doing data analysis. The spreadsheet package are useful for analyzing the budget, cash flow, profitability, and many similar problems. The most famous spreadsheet programs are like MS Excel, Lotus 123. Now we have a graphical software. A graphical software enable us to use computer system for creating, viewing, storing, and printing a drawing, a picture, or anything else. The most famous graphical software are MS PowerPoint, Corel Draw, Photoshop. All these softwares are application software because these are designed for specific purpose. Now we have some database management system, we have a desktop publication system software, we have a multimedia softwares. Now we have a specific purpose software. Specific purpose software are designed to perform specific tasks, like if we have a library and we want to manage the library, we need a library management system. If we want to deal with the accounts, we need an accounting software. If we want to deal with inventory, we need a inventory management system. Like we have some of the most famous specific software like inventory management system, hotel management system, payroll management system, attendance management system, billing, accounting. So that's it. Here these are the softwares, and we divide the software into two parts. The first is system software and the second is application. Now we have some difference between system software and application software. The first is uses, enable the computer to function, and enable user to work efficiently and with document. Basically we need a system software if we want to work with the computer. If we want with the document, we need a application software. The system software is a compulsory software for our computer, but application software is not a compulsory software. It is the depend on usage and need. Numbers of software. Basically each system has a one system software, but each system can have more than one operating application software. Dependency, independent. We don't need a application software to run the system software, but we need a system software to run the application software. In function, a provide environment in which application software run. A system software provide an environment that in which we can run the application software. But in case of application software, there is no need of they are made for specific task and there are no need for other software to run these types of software. We need only system software to run these types of software. So that's it. Thanks for today. Have a nice day.